Hello, 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 everyone.
Good morning.
We are the fourth quarter storytellers, and I am Cynthia Merritt. I am 60-ish years old, and I found myself approaching retirement with no substantial retirement savings and possibly having to live on Social Security for the rest of my life. Oh my gosh. And Val is my co-host.
Good morning. I am Valerie Davis. I am 53, and I feel like I'm 23, but I'm 53. But anywho, okay. So I am in this phase of my life whereas I've saved money and then I've used it and then resaved and then used it again. And the whole thing is that at my age and at our age, we need to know how to save our money, what to do with it, how to have several streams of income, and just make life happen for us. So that's the rule of the game, y'all. That's it.
Okay. Well said, well said. And we know that in the fourth quarter of a game of life, of anything, changes can be made, moves can be made that can change the trajectory. I always have trouble getting that word out. Trajectory of our lives and the outcome that we will have. So that's the most important quarter, guys. So now let's go to the content today. What we're talking about today, I want to talk about something because we, first of all, are here to build community and with like-minded individuals. And so we want to make sure to share that information with health and wellness, financial information, travel and relocation. And here we have no judgment. This is a safe place. So welcome in. Today, we're going to be talking about healthy eating, you guys, because that is so important for our lives, especially in this fourth quarter of life or in any quarter of life. Because if we start out eating correctly in life, then that helps us to keep our body where it needs to be so that we don't find ourselves later on in life having to get ourselves back in shape or back together health wise. So, healthy cooking after 50 is really all about focusing on nutrition. We want nutrition dense whole foods that are going to support our bone health and strengthen us with our well being. The first thing I want to talk about is, and first of all, I'm pescatarian. So it doesn't matter if you eat meat, if you're vegetarian, vegan, have a vegan diet, pescatarian, whatever the thing is, you guys, we all need to make sure to eat properly and make sure we're getting the vitamins and minerals that we need to keep our bodies where it needs to be as far as strength is concerned. And just giving it the nutrients it needs. So first, I want to talk about protein. We all need proteins. We need lean proteins. And then the proteins that I choose are seafood, but we can have poultry. And when I say you can have poultry, that's your chicken and your turkey. Make sure to watch What the Health, y'all, because I want you to know about the chicken and the turkey. And then beans are great sources of protein. Lentils, and I love those guys, beans and lentils. Now, tofu, that's interesting. Tofu is a great source of protein. However, the way I was preparing it when I took on the vegan diet back in I think it was 2018. The way I was preparing it, I understood that whatever seasonings you use or sauces you use, that it's like a sponge. It takes that flavor on, right, Val?
That's true.
And I never could. To me, the texture always still was kind of rubbery, like a sponge. So I said, I don't really like tofu. Now I got a change of my a whole shift in the paradigm the other day when I went to Chipotle and had some tofu on my burrito bowl. It was awesome. They had it seasoned so well, and it did not have this a texture of a sponge. It had the texture of a meat. So I said, I've got to learn how to prepare it like that because tofu, because it's so high in protein, that would be great if I can use that as a protein. So that's one of my new things that I'm trying to learn is how to get my perfect my tofu, honey. And that's
Exactly. You gotta have the proper seasonings. The seasonings always
yeah,
make a difference. Yeah.
yes. And I've got to figure out how they get that texture like that though. I'm gonna ask
Mm.
somebody at Chipotle.
Maybe they'll
Okay,
give
and
you
then I'm gonna
their
Google it as
secret.
well. Oh, you know what I might do now? I bet I'll find out. I'm gonna
I
ask Chat GPT, honey.
it's you
It'll
know what?
tell me.
That will
So
probably be your answer.
I
That will
know.
probably give you your answer better before asking Chipotle. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's what I'm going to do as soon as we get finished. Okay. The proteins that are essential for our muscle maintenance. That's what we need, guys. What's your favorite protein, Val?
Oh my goodness. Well, see, I did watch What's the Health, but I still like my chicken. So that's like
Hmm.
the most that I would eat. But I eat
Okay.
like the lean chicken. And then I also watch what I season it with because sometimes that can take away from what your goal is. So,
Okay.
but chicken is mine. But and I gotta say I like salmon. I
Yeah.
eat salmon a lot. Yeah,
That's
I
that.
love salmon.
Mhm.
Yes. That's one of my favorite foods really.
Mhm. And
Mm.
I'm pescatarian, so I'm all into the seafood. The only thing I can't eat, there are two things I can't eat, the oysters and the mussels. I can't eat
Yeah.
those. They actually make me nauseous and I have to throw up.
Yeah, I don't really care for those either. And a lot of people love them. And I think it's the texture for me. It's
Yes.
the
Yeah.
texture that
And
I don't care for.
and the salmon is great for your heart too, Val.
Yes. Good heart health. So I love salmon. I can eat salmon every day. We'll talk about that a little later though.
Yeah. I know. Okay. All right. So fiber intake. Val, will you take that one?
Yes. So another thing, we're over 50, so our body is changing. It lets us know every day. It lets us know about what we eat. So boosting your fiber intake is so important. So we got to eat plenty of vegetables. Um, Eat your vegetables, but don't overdo it where you cook the nutrients out of your vegetables. So you want to eat your
Hmm.
vegetables, your whole grains, fruit. Oh my God, and eat lots of fruit. And now you're talking about a word that you have a problem with. I have a problem with this word, legumes, legumes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That's to support your digestion and heart health. Since you just mentioned that salmon is great for heart health, vegetables and fruit are so good for heart health, guys. But here again, just don't overcook it and cook your nutrients out. And then,
Yeah.
it's all about what you season your things with. We're not going to get into seasonings, but of course, we want our food to taste good,
Right.
but we don't want to overdo it. And then the seasoning become unhealthy.
Hmm.
That makes
Yeah.
sense, right?
It does. It does.
That
And those seasonings can we do have to watch that, like you said, because a lot of them contain all that sodium, honey.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So, yeah.
Well, and
But
give you a headache.
remember Val back in the day? And I'm saying back in the day because I really hope people are still doing it. Girl, we used to cook them collard greens for hours. And when you think about it now, it's like when we got ready to eat our collard greens, they tasted really well.
Hmm.
However, they probably didn't have any nutrients left in they were like
Yeah,
the
see,
nutrients in the water, in the pot liquor.
we didn't think about it then. We didn't think about it then. And then we have all the extra stuff to season it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm. I remember
absolutely.
that. Yeah, and
Exactly.
I think that that fiber intake is really important because I myself always have a story. I myself I've noticed different things with what I eat. Things that I could eat last year, June, it feels like I can't eat those things anymore. So it's taking a toll on my body. So I'm having to readjust. And I'm assuming people are telling me, oh, as you get older, so that as we get
Mhm.
older thing, so we can't always eat what we used to and what we want to. So your body will most definitely tell you. It will reject what you don't need to eat.
Absolutely. It
Yeah.
sure
So
will. And
start
our
learning.
bodies are so smart.
Mm-hmm.
This is the ultimate machine God created. It
Mm-hmm.
heals itself. It tells you when something's wrong. If you get a headache, you get a stomach ache, your
Mm-hmm.
body is saying, "Oh, don't like that. Got to get
Mm-hmm.
rid of it. Nope,
Yeah.
you stressed out. Lay down, take a nap.
Yes.
Whatever. You know."
Mhm. That's why we gotta take good care of our bodies, take care of this
Mhm.
this temple. This is all we
Yeah,
have. So we gotta
yeah.
treat it with the best. Okay.
Yes, we get oil changes and tune-ups on our cars, but we got to keep this body tuned up too.
Yeah. I feel like I need a spark plug right now. I need to tune up for stuff.
I know that's right. That's right. Okay, so talking about let's talk about some healthy fats because we do need some fats in our diets, the healthy fats. So I use on the regular basis, and these are healthy fats. Avocados, I love avocados. Olive oil, I cook with olive oil.
Mm,
Nuts, I love nuts. Now with me, I could eat a whole big old container full of nuts, good nuts, but you have to
mhm.
be careful because I'll next thing I know, I look at the scale, honey, I weigh 5 more pounds. I'm like, this goes nuts, man. But because they're to me they're addictive. I love nuts. And fatty fish like salmon,
Mhm.
that's the
Mhm.
stuff that we need in our diet.
Mhm.
That's
Mm,
good for our brain, it's good
mhm.
for our heart health.
Okay.
So we need those items. Do you have a favorite, Val, for those
Well,
healthy fats?
I've gotten into avocados, eating those more within the past 5 years, and I can, make avocado toast or just avocado by itself, just sprinkle a little lime juice on it, and it's really good. Now, when it comes to, me eating, nuts, I've always really just like peanuts and walnuts.
Okay.
So, I try to get into cashews. I can eat them, but I just can't eat a lot of them, but I know that they're really good for you, so I wanna try to eat more, but my best ones are peanuts and walnuts. Walnuts, that
Love
can
them.
be a snack for me right there. I can eat a handful of walnuts, and then it, doesn't make me as hungry. It keeps me from
Hmm.
getting as hungry. So,
Exactly.
yeah, I could eat, a handful of walnuts and maybe, grapes or a couple of slices of pineapple in the morning, and I'm good until, like, 1 or 2 o'clock.
Do you like
Mhm.
pecans?
Do I like what?
Pecans.
I do. I just don't like to shell them, so I have to get them all get them already shelled. So,
Yeah.
purchasing the walnuts and the pecans already shelled, that's like
Hmm.
15, $18 right there.
No, it's
They're
so
very
good.
expensive, yeah, but they're good though.
Yeah. And I make,
Mhm,
here's a little quick little story. I make
mhm,
butter balls for Christmas every Christmas. They're
mhm.
like a little cookie, almost like a wedding cookie, but they're
Yeah,
better.
yeah.
It's my mother's recipe. And so I make those and I have to buy pecans for those. And oh my gosh, that's the most expensive part of it is buying the pecans.
Oh my goodness. But they are good. You can either
I know.
roast them. They're good roasted too.
Okay, I've never had that.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll have to
Yes,
try that. All
they're good
right, Val.
roasted.
Okay, Val,
Yeah.
can you help us with the sodium in the processed foods, honey?
Yes, reducing that sodium and taking away that processed food. You would like to opt for fresh ingredients, using fresh herbs and spices instead of salt. Move away from that salt. I don't use salt on anything that I eat. I use different herbs and spices to give me the taste that I want, and it makes me feel better. I don't feel worn down. And then when you have too much salt, too much sodium, then you're constantly drinking and drinking and drinking because you're thirsty because you're getting dehydrated. So that no longer happens for me. So you want to try to get away from that salt. I hear people using sea salt, and I use paprika on things, and people tell me, "Oh, paprika doesn't have
Flavor.
a taste to me, a flavor." And I said, "Well, to me, it does. Maybe it's my mind, but I'll mix black pepper and my paprika, and I'll use that on mostly everything that I eat, and I'm fine, and it's good."
So,
So,
okay.
yeah,
Excuse me.
mhm,
So the paprika,
mhm,
I've never thought about that. Does
mhm.
it kind of give you a flavor of some salt, or it kind of salted up a little?
It doesn't salt it up a little, but it
Okay.
gives it a taste. So,
Okay.
it's kinda hard to explain, but I also think that because I also add the black pepper to it as well,
Mhm.
that gives it a little something. So I've been doing that. Now I will still use sea salt every now and again,
Okay.
but my biggest thing now is mixing the black pepper with the paprika.
Okay. I'll
Yeah,
try that.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I
It's pretty good
like
too.
yeah, and I don't use salt either. I
Mm,
love black pepper.
mhm,
However, what I have been using on almost everything though, and
mhm.
this may not be good, it's a it's a Cajun seasoning, and I know it has salt in it. I know it has salt in, but see, I love things spicy. And like when I make a big pot of vegetable soup, ooh, I
Mhm.
season it down with the Cajun seasoning. It's nice and hot and everything. But so it probably has some sodium in it. I know it does.
It
But
does.
anywho.
It does. And I even though it has, salt in it, I like the, lemon pepper seasoning
Yeah.
to mix with other herbs or what have you. Just be a little not too heavy on it. Um, but yeah, anything that we can just try to move away from salt as much as we can, however we can, you know.
And
It's heart
like
health
with
that
you,
we're thinking about.
no. And with you, you said chicken was your favorite. I
Mm.
remember, girl, one of my favorite things was those lemon pepper wings,
I know,
honey.
and if
I
you make
love
those
them.
eat those lemon pepper wings, bake them in the oven. I don't know if it
Oh,
takes away from it or not, but you know how we put things in our mind, we just make it seem like it just takes
yeah.
it away, but it really doesn't. So if I do something like that, I'm like, "Ooh, that's not too bad. Let me just put them in the oven. That's gonna take away from it."
Have you tried them in the air fryer?
Mhm. Yeah, because that's the easiest thing for me.
Yeah.
It's an air fryer.
Okay.
I put my chicken in the air fryer, my salmon in the air fryer, and I have had wings in the air fryer too.
Okay.
Sweet potatoes I put in the air fryer.
Oh, no, I've never tried that. Okay, sweet
Right in
potatoes.
the air fryer. Yes, ma'am. And I will
Cool.
from anywhere between 8 to 12 minutes. It just depends on what size of the size of the sweet potato, and that's how I
Hmm.
prepare mine.
Okay. Well, good. That I'll try that thing because I do eat the sweet potatoes, and I've been putting
Mhm.
mine in the microwave, but I'll try it in the air fryer.
Mm,
Yeah, because
okay.
I can put it in the microwave for 8 to 10 minutes, and that's the
Yeah.
way I cook mine. But I'll try it in the air fryer just to try
Uh,
something new.
just to try.
Okay.
See what you think.
Yeah. So let's talk about strengthening our bone health. Now, here we need to make sure that we're getting enough calcium. And I take a calcium supplement because, honey, when I went to get my nails done, and this is what, see, this is talking about this body, this beautiful body we have,
Right.
this machine. When
Mhm.
I went to get my nails done, I was getting a manicure one day. The girl took the nail polish off and she said, "Oh, look at the white spots on your fingernails." I said, "Oh, yeah." She said, "Do you know what that means?" I said, "I remember when I was a little girl, I knew that that meant you're not getting enough calcium." She said, "Right." I said, "Okay, so your body's telling you on your fingernails, honey, that
Mhm.
you're not getting enough calcium.
Mhm.
So if you're not looking at, you have to pay attention to your body, guys, because it's telling you what you need to know." So I went and I got some calcium, and I take a supplement every day. And guess what? I don't have on my fingernails.
You don't
Any
have a little right because of the
white.
healthy nails.
Yeah. So I'm getting enough calcium for my bones. And
Mhm.
then the vitamin D. Look at that. Getting all that vitamin D out there with that beautiful
Mm.
sun, girl. That's some
Mm.
natural vitamin D. And so
And it
we need
feels
that in our
so
body. And what we
good.
don't need necessarily, guys, and we're learning this now, is cow's milk. And we always thought we had to have cow's milk, or our
Mhm.
children did, but we
Mhm.
can use all kind of milk. There's almond milk. There's
Yes.
all kind of different milks now that still give you that same uh, nutrient item
Mhm.
that you need, vitamin D. So
Mhm.
you can get that through your dairy.
Yep.
Leafy greens, like we were just talking about, the collards and the spinach. I love that collard spinach, cabbage, all that
Cabbage.
good. Don't
Mm.
cook all the vitamins. Don't cook all the
The
vitamin
nutrients.
D out of the doggone collard greens, y'all. We we just don't need to do it. So then we'll get that, and it's fortified. So, what
Mhm.
is your favorite bone health food, Val?
I like, cabbage, but we prepare them a bit differently. I love cabbage. Um,
Okay.
I I'm not a big sorry, I'm not a big milk drinker,
Okay.
um, but I know that I need to. So when I do drink milk, I drink, now this is just me. Now I have to mix it up with just a tad bit of water in order for me to get it down.
Hmm.
So, but I love cabbage. So I like to eat cabbage. And of course I like, my Brussels sprouts and things like that, but mine will be cabbage.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we don't have to drink milk. I don't drink
Right,
milk.
exactly.
I
Exactly.
don't look at all, but I make sure to take my vitamin D and my
Mhm.
calcium supplements, so I'm not deficient in those areas.
Exactly. Now I have to take the, prescribed vitamin D where you take once a week.
Oh,
I take
okay,
that for my calcium, so um, I've been doing that for over a year now, but
okay,
every time I get my checkup, so, like, it's getting better and better, it's getting better and better, it's getting better and better,
okay,
it's pretty much regulated, so I do the, prescribed vitamin D pill.
okay.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome.
Mhm.
And see, that's news to me. I didn't even know they had a prescribed vitamin D.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
okay. All right,
It
let's talk
works.
about hydration.
Gotta have your water.
Mhm.
Drink plenty of water, drink plenty of water, including, you can also include hydrating foods like cucumbers and watermelon, and
Mhm.
I love watermelon. Even though watermelon is good, like, during the summer, and people say, "Oh, it's not good outside the summer," but it's good to me, either way
Mhm.
it goes. So I love watermelon. Now, I've started to incorporate, cucumbers on my
Mhm.
salads. I never ate cucumbers on my salads. So that's
Oh,
a yeah, and so but now I like it. I didn't before, and I just put, like, a little pepper on them and, eat them in my salad, so that's a way for me to get my water intake as well, but I try my very best to drink as much water as possible. Now, I've, told you guys I'm a coffee drinker, I love coffee and I love tea, but for just
me
as
too.
much coffee and tea I drink, I follow up with, a bottle or 2 bottles of water.
Okay.
So, we gotta stay hydrated. Or over 50, things start to happen with our body, things start to happen with our system, and we need that water intake to stay hydrated.
Mhm.
So let's
So
not forget that.
how much coffee do you drink a day?
Well, I will okay, so let's just say this cup here, I will probably drink down to here, and
Okay.
then, I'll probably drink down to here, but then I'll reheat it and then drink it a little later. If
Oh,
I'm
that's not bad.
extremely busy throughout the day, then I may have, 2 cups.
Okay. That's not
And
bad.
yeah, it's not bad, but sometimes I feel like, at nighttime when I don't have the energy and I need to complete a project or something, I'll
Mhm.
drink a cup at night.
Okay.
So it just depends.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I find it really interesting. There are some people you talk to who say that they can drink a cup of coffee and at night, say 9 o'clock at night,
Mhm.
and go right to bed at 9:30 or 10 o'clock. Go right to
Yeah,
sleep. Yeah. So the
yeah,
caffeine, that's
yeah.
I guess their body's used to it or whatever.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it's a big problem for me. I could it will relax me and
Mhm. Mm.
it, will help me finish doing what I need to do, but it doesn't stop me from sleeping though.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Mhm.
Okay. Interesting. All right,
Yeah.
so let's look at some health ideas. So for
Mhm.
breakfast, and I have this absolutely every morning. I had it this morning, oatmeal. I eat oatmeal every single day.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
you can add things to your oatmeal that can make it more nutritious by adding
Mhm.
those different items. You can add flax seeds, nuts, berries, and that's adding your fiber and your heart health to the little bowl of oatmeal.
Mm.
Yep.
I like
And then we
berries. I like the
oh,
mixed berries. Yeah, just mixed berries for breakfast, it's really good.
okay.
Mm,
Okay. Okay. Just so you like a fruity
ye
breakfast.
eat
Okay.
breakfast,
Gotcha.
yes.
Okay.
Mhm,
Good. Good. That's good.
mhm.
And then
Yeah.
for lunch, you can have things like grilled salmon. You can have steamed quinoa. I love quinoa and steamed broccoli. And that's great for omega 3 and protein for our
Mm,
body.
mhm, mhm.
So we know that salmon is. And then the
Yeah,
quinoa and the broccoli. Yeah. And
yeah,
then
now
for
I've
dinner, oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that I've eaten the quinoa mixed with brown rice. That's pretty good
Mhm.
with a little lime juice and cilantro. It's good.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, I
And
can eat that every day.
quinoa, I used to get from this place, I forgot the name of it, but they had a great quinoa salad and it had roasted chicken. That's back when I used to eat meat. That's how long
Mhm.
ago that was. But it was so good. It had roasted chicken and then all the vegetables and quinoa. It was just so good.
Mm,
So then that introduced me to having quinoa on a salad. So I started doing that then.
okay. I
Mhm.
got to try it.
Yeah, and then for dinner, stir-fried tofu is a good idea, or stir-fried anything, chicken in your case, salmon,
Mhm,
anything you want to do with the stir-fry. You get your
mhm.
vegetables and some good brown rice, and that's giving you a nutrition-packed meal.
That's
So,
true.
and
You're
then if
making
you
me
want
hungry.
I know. Talk about this good food. If you want snacks throughout the day, guys, you got great things like Greek yogurt. I love yogurt. You like
Mhm.
Greek yogurt, Val?
I do. It's
Do
really
you?
good.
Okay, good,
It's a
good,
good
good, good.
snack. It's a really good
It
snack.
is, isn't it? And then you can add almonds, and then hummus. They even have the little packs now you can buy, guys.
Mhm,
It's so convenient. The hummus with the little veggies or crackers, you can dip it in or whatever. I
mhm,
love a good spicy hummus. And
mhm,
then
mhm,
you have other packs. I've seen these in the stores, or you can do it fresh. Apple with peanut butter, those snacks, and have a little peanuts on the side. Val, that's your little favorite nut.
mhm.
So yeah.
Now, I like the
So
apples and peanut butter. I could
yes,
eat that.
it's
Oh,
so
honey,
cheap.
that could be just a lunch for me.
Me
Not just a
too.
snack.
I'm
That could
the
just be my
same way.
lunch.
Yep. Eat an apple, put some peanut butter on it, take a bite. But you know what else is like? I like celery with peanut butter. Put
Now,
on the
I haven't tried that.
celery stick, put peanut butter on it, bite it. It gives me that same kind of feeling as you don't get the sweetness though from
Right.
like you would from an apple. But I love eating celery stalks by themselves. That when I'm cooking
Mhm.
Thanksgiving dinner, honey, I'm over there munching down on the celery sticks
Ooh.
while I'm chopping.
Mm. I
But
like the carrots and the
yeah,
celery.
me too,
I
me
haven't had
too.
the celery with peanut butter, but I do like, celery by itself, and
Okay.
I'm still old school. I like
Okay.
peanut butter on saltine crackers. That is
Me
so
too.
good
Isn't it good?
to
I
me.
know, I know. And you made me think about something when you said old school. When I was young, we used to take cucumbers, peel the cucumbers,
Mhm,
slice them, chop them up or whatever, and
mhm.
then do some tomatoes, put them in a bowl, put some
Yes.
salt and pepper on them, honey, and
Pepper.
that was a good
Shake 'em up
snack.
and eat it.
Yeah.
I did the same thing.
Yes, those are some good snacks. Okay, so Val, here's the question of the $3 million question of the day. What is your favorite meal to cook for a dinner party that you're having
Okay,
at your home?
okay. Well, simple. I love my sweet potatoes,
Okay.
so I would do, sweet potatoes um, and salmon and Brussels sprouts. To me, I seem like I can have sweet potatoes and Brussels sprouts with any meal, but my favorite would be salmon.
Okay.
Um, I know you said one, but I do have a second one. Can I just talk about my
Okay.
chicken? My chicken,
Okay.
my,
Okay.
my chicken thighs. I prepare those in the air fryer with asparagus, and this is something weird to some people. I'll add like a little rosemary,
Okay.
um, brown sugar, my paprika, and lime juice, and it is the best.
That sounds good. I'm tasting all of those flavors of the
Oh my,
seasoning in my mouth right now.
they're so
Wow.
good.
Okay.
Yes. So
That
those
sounds
are like
delicious.
my two go-to for any and everything,
Okay.
basically. Mm, mm,
Okay. Oh, that sounds delicious.
yes.
And mine is I make shrimp tilapia with asparagus
Oh,
and wild rice pilaf. And
that's
then usually I'll say serve a cheesecake for dessert on that meal. Now the
okay.
tilapia is cooked with a shrimp sauce. It's actually got shrimp on top of it. I put
Oh, wow.
that in sauce on top of it. It's delicious.
Oh,
And
it's
that used to be
delicious.
what I call my first date meal.
Oh,
Whenever I'm dating somebody, then if I'm
okay.
dating somebody and I cook a meal for them, that's my first one.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
I
Okay.
know. And for dinner party too.
I like that. So I'm gonna have a first date and cook your meal.
Yes, absolutely. I'll send you the recipe for the tilapia, shrimp tilapia.
I like that. But you know what? I
It
didn't think about a
it
dessert.
produces fiancés.
Well, let me hurry up and cook that meal.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. You were about to say something. And I cut
See,
you
now you
off.
got me in fiance mode. I'm thinking about cooking that meal. Um, but but you mentioned a dessert. You said cheesecake. I didn't even think about a dessert.
Okay.
I don't really eat a lot of sweets or desserts, and then if I eat something, it would be like a banana pudding, you know. So that's not something that I will make all the time.
Okay.
Maybe 3 to 4 times a year.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I didn't think of a dessert. I guess I have to start if I'm gonna make a date
A
night
dinner
meal. I
party
got to
now,
think
you gotta
about.
have a dessert.
Yeah. See,
People be looking at you like, "Where's the dessert menu?"
listen. Can you please bring your own dessert, please?
That sounds like a plan.
Yes, but I got to think about
Okay.
that date night meal, so I got to think about the dessert now. So
Mhm,
okay.
mhm. All right. So y'all, let's get this cooking together because we could do because right now prices are going up on everything. So restaurants are
Mhm.
higher. I've noticed that. And and understandably so. If they're having to pay more for the food, they're passing it off on the consumer. But you know what we can do? We can take our health back. We can take our cooking skills up to the next
Mhm.
level and let's start cooking this healthy food at home so we can get all the nutrients we need. All right, y'all.
It's true.
Thanks
And
for
don't forget,
stopping by.
that's right. But hold on, now don't forget your body will
The
tell you
word.
what you need to do. But your body
Mhm.
will tell you what you need to do when it comes to that food. All right.
Absolutely.
I got 3 scriptures for you guys really quick. Psalms 9:1. I will give thanks with all my heart. Philippians 4:11. I have learned to be content,
Mhm.
whatever the circumstance. That's like my favorite one for this week, no matter
That-
what's going on in your
Yes.
life, today, yesterday, or what's to come.
Mhm.
Learn to be content with whatever the circumstance. And the final one is Ecclesiastes 11:9. Be happy and let your heart give you joy.
Oh, I love that.
Be happy and let your
Let
heart
your
give you
heart
joy.
enjoy.
Count all that other stuff out. Count everything as a blessing. Okay? Those are your three
Thank you,
scriptures for today.
Val. Oh,
You're
that is
more
so
than welcome.
beautiful. That is
You're
so
more than
beautiful.
welcome.
And you look beautiful out there in that sunlight with that coffee, child.
Okay, let me do this one more time.
I know. Soak up that vitamin D. Okay, y'all. Thanks for stopping by to the fourth quarter storytellers.
Yes.
See you
Don't
next
forget
week.
to like, subscribe, and share.
Sharing is caring. Bye.
Bye bye.